Malignant narcissism, according to Erich Fromm. The concept of malignant narcissism, coined by Erich Fromm in 1964, represents one of his most significant contributions to the analysis of human nature. This concept suggests that some individuals exhibit an extreme degree of narcissism that makes them harmful to themselves and others. Fromm considered malignant narcissism as one of the most severe manifestations of the human evil essence, and his analysis provides us with an important insight into understanding this condition. Origins of malignant narcissism. To fully understand malignant narcissism, it is essential to examine the origins of the concept by Erich Fromm. After World War II, Fromm, a psychoanalyst, social psychologist, and humanistic philosopher, found himself reflecting on human evil. The violence and horror of the war prompted him to seek an understanding of the root of such behaviors, and this led to his theory of malignant narcissism. Fromm argued that malignant narcissism represented the quintessence of human evil. This concept is particularly relevant in the contemporary context, as malignant narcissism seems to be increasingly evident in some public figures, such as politicians or corporate leaders. One of Fromm's most disturbing claims is that malignant narcissism can lead to acts of violence, an aspect that should be further examined in light of recent events. Characteristics of malignant narcissism. Malignant narcissism is characterized by a set of distinctive traits that set it apart from common narcissism. It is important to emphasize that, even though the DSM-5 classifies narcissism as a personality disorder, malignant narcissism goes beyond the typical features of narcissism. Individuals with malignant narcissism excessively consider themselves superior and have no doubts about their greatness. This trait reflects a deep-seated insecurity masked by a grandiose self-image. Unlike people with more common narcissism, malignant narcissists completely lack empathy. They cannot understand or share the emotions of others, which can lead to insensitive and cruel behaviors. These individuals do not feel remorse for the negative consequences of their actions. They do not take responsibility for the pain they inflict on others and often ignore or downplay the consequences of their deeds. Malignant narcissism is often associated with impulsive and self-destructive behaviors. These individuals act without considering the consequences and put themselves and others in danger. Malignant narcissists tend to violate the rights and needs of others without any guilt. They view others as tools for their own advantage rather than as individuals with needs and rights. These individuals can manipulate, deceive, and harm others to achieve their goals. They are willing to destroy relationships and reputations to get what they want. One of the most peculiar characteristics of malignant narcissism, as outlined by Fromm, is that these individuals do not depend on external validation. Unlike more common narcissists who constantly seek confirmation and attention from others to bolster their low self-esteem, malignant narcissists consider themselves inherently superior. They feel powerful due to the alleged qualities they were born with, without the need to prove them. This attitude reflects a deep detachment from reality and a rigid self-view as superior to others. Fromm captures this aspect by saying they feel powerful because of qualities they believe were given to them at birth. They are better than you, so they don't have to prove anything. They don't need to interact or make efforts. The longer they hold on to this image of their greatness, the further they move away from reality. To fully understand malignant narcissism, it is crucial to examine some of the darker characteristics that emerge from this condition. Psychoanalyst Otto Kernberg has studied malignant narcissism in detail and highlighted some specific features. Malignant narcissists tend to believe that everyone is conspiring against them. Their polarized thinking leads them to divide the world into those who are with them and those who are against them. This paranoid attitude makes it difficult for them to trust anyone who does not align with their rigid worldview. These individuals do not hesitate to use manipulation, severe criticism, contempt, humiliation, or brutal methods to get what they want. What is even more disturbing is that they often seem to derive pleasure from sadistic behavior toward others. The danger of malignant narcissism. The fundamental question is whether malignant narcissists are genuinely dangerous. The answer is a clear yes. Dealing with an individual afflicted by malignant narcissism, whether a parent, partner, boss, colleague, or public figure, can be extremely harmful. Their impulsive behavior, lack of empathy, contempt for others, and propensity for sadism can inflict severe psychological and emotional damage on the people around them. Recently, in the United States, there has been a debate about the mental health of political leaders, particularly a former president. The definition of malignant narcissism has been questioned once again, as many people see traits compatible with this condition in his behavior. This has raised significant concerns about the potential danger that political leaders affected by malignant narcissism can pose to society and the world. In conclusion, malignant narcissism, as described by Erich Fromm, represents a dark and dangerous aspect of human nature. This personality disorder combines extreme narcissistic traits with antisocial behaviors, creating individuals who lack empathy, are driven by the pursuit of power, and are capable of causing serious harm to others. It is essential to recognize the seriousness of this condition and understand its implications for society and individual mental health in order to address malignant narcissism appropriately. I thank you for your comments and testimonies. I invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and leave your comment. As you know, I always read them and respond to all with pleasure.